Tony, go ahead, please, Tony.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Neil.
Hi.
G'day.
Just you've made a promise, Mr. Abbott, that you won't change the legislation on workplace relations. But can you make the promise that you won't do it via a back doorway by changing the regulations?
Look, we're not going to change the legislation. WorkChoices is dead, buried, cremated. That's the truth.
Mr. Abbott,
I can't make it any stronger than that.
Well, yes, you can. Will you agree, as Tony says, that you won't touch any of the regulation?
Well, we won't do anything that brings any aspect of WorkChoices into play.
So,
No, you won't make the promise on the regulations, will you?
Well, look, I mean, there are all sorts of regulations that are made all sorts of times to cover all sorts of day-to-day issues, but how can I bring back WorkChoices if I'm not going to change the legislation? Bringing back WorkChoices would require changing the legislation. The legislation will not change, and WorkChoices is dead, buried, cremated.
could you fiddle around the edges with as Tony's suggesting, fiddle around the edges with the regulation, though?
It's dead, buried, cremated. I just say to all of the callers, dead, buried, cremated.
Truth, the whole truth, nothing but
Dead,
the truth?
buried, cremated.
Written down?
Give me a bit of paper, I'll sign it here. Dead, buried, cremated. Dead, buried, cremated.
That's all the words I want. Dead, buried, cremated. WorkChoices, dead, buried, cremated. And a signature and a date. This is the first contract of the election campaign, and it's an awful gimmick, but it's my fault.
It's the 19th today, isn't it?
That's about the 19th, yeah.
There you go.
Well,
You
let's
can
have
frame
a look.
that. WorkChoices, dead, buried, cremated.
Is that your signature?
That's my signature.
Witnesses? Just on a personal note, the campaign can be tough. I know your wife doesn't like the public limelight. Will she be joining you on the campaign trail?
Look, she will. I mean, you know, Margie has been an incredibly supportive spouse, but she's got her own life, and that's her right. But yes, she will be joining me from time to time on the trail, and I hope I can persuade my daughters to join me occasionally on the trail as well.
What does your wife think about going to the lodge?
Look, I think she's saying we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. There's an election to win, and that's what we've got to do.
Okay, you still jogging?
I didn't jog this morning. I did jog yesterday. I twinged a calf or something in the calf. I hope to get out for a bike ride tomorrow. If I get a spare second today, I might go to the gym for half an hour.
But that's unlikely.
We'll see.
Okay, and truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yep.
No dirt through the campaign?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, we will be tough, but we will be clean. And I've got to say, I expect that the kitchen sink will be thrown at us. You know, for someone whose slogan, mindless, cliched slogan, is moving on.
Moving forward.
Moving forward, Julia Gillard seems to be very fixated on what may or may not have happened back in 2003 or what may or may not have happened in 2007.
And what's your slogan?
Well, I'm going to stand up for real action. I'm going to end the waste. I'm going to repay the debt. I'm going to stop the boats, and I'm going to stop the new taxes.
Aren't the people smarter than reacting to slogans from either of you?
But I think that's what people want. People want the waste ended. They want the boats stopped. They want the new taxes stopped. And they'd like to see the debt repaid because that debt is an albatross around our neck. It means higher taxes and higher interest rates for years and years to come.
And what does your polling tell you about where you stand?
Look, I look at the field evidence, and the field evidence, Neil, is that we have had a very incompetent government for 3 years, and in the 3 weeks since Julia Gillard took over, it's just got worse.
And what does your polling tell you about where you stand?
I'm going to repeat what I said.
Yeah, but it's not an answer, is it?
But Neil, you'll forgive me. There are some things that I don't have to reveal, and look, I am encouraged. There is nothing that I have seen that's been given to me that makes me think that this election isn't there to win if we do it right.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Neil.
Enjoy it.
I'll do my best.
The opposition leader, Tony Abbott.